Welcome back to the third episode of The White Room. I'm Faith Bankutao, and with me we have our special guest here, our one and only Mama the Mama, baddie for life.
Baby girl for life, baddie for life.
Angel in the building. And then we have our famous Osas. Come on. The four-eyed Edo boy. Come on.
World best.
And then we have one Mr. Professor. Oh, if this guy was a lecturer, the students.
You can never do exam malpractice.
Are you crazy? Hey, Joe!
I salute you. You know, at some point when you were introducing Angel, I was thinking we're in August meeting. It's good to be here.
The one and only, the special, body for life.
Body for life. Period.
Sorry, I really don't know what that is. Is it baggy for life?
Body. You see why I said you're a professor?
I mean, Mr. Joe no be Gen Z at all.
So today we're going to be talking about a very, very exciting and interesting topic. Today, this one, I know our viewers will want to hop on this very well. Even myself, I'm already gingering to already talk about the whole thing.
Let the cat out of the bag now.
So we're going to be talking about today's parenting. This new modern, the Gen Z parenting, the whole new modern age parenting, and how it has influenced the young ones positively, negatively, or otherwise. We're going to be talking about both single motherhood, single fatherhood, marriage, and
they have anything like single fatherhood.
Yes, there is. You didn't know?
I didn't know.
I have a lot of single fathers as friends.
Apart from the ones that their wife died.
Yeah, that's usually the main cause of father.
Apart from the ones their wives died, like single fathers.
The father went and carried the child, and the mother left the child.
The guy has been taking care of.
In this Nigeria,
yes.
There are so many.
In Nigeria,
I even have two G's, like my personal G's.
No, I want to get. Did the wife die?
No.
She's alive. She's flexing her life.
She left the child.
She left the child.
Was irresponsible.
With this thing.
What do you mean?
She was irresponsible.
How is she irresponsible?
She was irresponsible.
She was irresponsible. No matter how you put
No matter how a man treats me, I will carry my child and run. I will not leave my child with the man.
Know the whole.
She was irresponsible.
She was not irresponsible. Maybe something happened.
Irresponsibility means you didn't take charge. You didn't take charge of what you want.
Maybe the man.
So Mr. Joe, let's come to our special guest.
I don't know why people put us side by side. You're so fine. If you ever person like
don't worry, I will tell our director to put boxing glove
in between like this.
Yes, so that the two of you, when it's time, we open the wrestling field. So, Mr. Joe, what do you think about this new age parenting? What do you think about single motherhood in this new age, single fatherhood, and then probably a marriage that's not together? Parents are not, they are together in the marriage, but it's more like they are not together, and then they are raising up a child in this new generation where everybody seems to be very wise, especially the young ones now, and also the toddlers and babies that are being brought up now. So let's hear your view on this.
You know, growing up, I grew up in a generation whereby the cultural values were still intact. Where, I mean, you have to go home to learn your tradition and your culture. And there were do's and don'ts. You already know that it's embedded without being told. You already know that you can't even be found close to a girl. Your heart is skipping. Talk less of, in class sitting close to a girl. People will be laughing at you. So you have to space out so that it looks like there's nothing. It molded us in such a way whereby we avoided a lot of stuff, and we were able to pick up signals that were not good for us to engage in. Growing back in the day, I remember how people get sexually abused by housemaid and all that, and how kids actually reported cases. As a matter of fact, I started cooking when I was 7, and doing shows in the house just like that. That was because the parenting then was a little different. My parents actually groomed us to be independent And questions like, what do you want to be in future starts when you're like 3 to 4 years old. So you start thinking for yourself. I know I'm building the story from this perspective, this point of view, and so that we can actually look at the distinction, the difference between today's parenting and the parenting that happened like 4 decades ago, thereabouts, 3 to 4 decades ago. Yes, but even if the house wasn't together, I know most friends that their parents were at loggerhead, but you could not find that in the traits of their children. Even when we're playing outside, 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and we heard our parents' car from far, or maybe our friends heard
they
or
even
saw.
turn off the ignition, like
Yes.
they turn it off so they can catch you like when you're playing.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Yes. My friends will say, Joe, your dad is coming and I'm raising home. That kind of stuff. But we don't get to see that anymore these days. Well, coming to the Gen Z parenting style, I grew up to understand that a lot of our cultural values, fell apart when the GSM thing came into place, where a lot of people, because I remember that time nobody had access to cable just like that. Nobody had access to the internet like that. You have to go to a cyber cafe. That was when it started coming out. So 97, 98, 99.
97, there was GSM.
GSM came to
no, I'm talking about the internet.
Okay.
So it was even in I think 2000 or thereabouts. Because I remember that I opened my first email in 99. You understand? So people started, when I was in secondary school then, leaving secondary school then, that kind of stuff. And then it was crazy. We didn't have that kind of penetration of other cultures that actually remodeled us. When this GSM thing came up and internet was everywhere, you could actually access people's culture, at your fingertip. A lot of people wanted to be like the Americans, the British, and if you're not living up to that life, you feel that you're not the in thing, you're not doing the, you know what I mean. So I think there was a lot of adoption that had happened because of that kind of influence, into parenting, and so people started grooming their kids differently, and to act and talk as they would like to. And when a kid starts talking to an adult in a certain way, they will laugh instead of reprimanding, that kind of stuff like that. Say, oh, my kid, yes, I like that kind of. She can talk out, she can speak for herself, and all that stuff like that. And well, if we had done that back in the day.
Sorry to cut you short.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one is if a child talk when the parent is talking, I think the person is bold enough. I don't think it's something.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But if we had done that in our time, our parents would.
There were mistakes our parents made.
Exactly, because our parents not imbibed
fear. It was no longer respect; it was fear.
Imbibed fear in us.
Like I said, the cultural value. You understand? When you see elders talking as a kid, like our culture, actually respect. You understand my point? You're not supposed to put your mouth in there.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So, but nowadays you said is boldness. I mean, wow, it's nice. You know what I'm saying?
If elders,
she didn't say if elders are talking and the kid puts his mouth.
I don't say if elders are talking.
boldness.
I'm talking of in a situation whereby you've offended a child, you that is an elder, and the child now speak up. Is boldness.
Yes.
I agree.
Do you understand? I'm not expected to keep quiet. Do you get? So now in situation whereby elders now they all gathered, they are making an argument, and I'm a child.
You're not supposed to actually put your mouth.
You're not supposed to put your mouth. Yeah. But if the argument, then I say, if the argument is like, there's a way to get to, like you need to add something. You need to tell these elders, people are not saying the real thing now. No, do you understand? You need to tell these elders, no, you need to put your own input
from what
in that.
Everybody has said, there were like certain mistakes that people made like in the past, and this current generation wouldn't be making that mistake. For example,
well, it's tearing everything apart.
There were culture like, how do I put it now? There were transitions in culture. For example, we had parents back in the days who were beating their kids for actually using left hands.
Yes.
Today, it's no longer a thing. In fact, personally, I'll be very happy if I have a kid who write, because I feel like they have very beautiful handwritings. I mean, some of the most brilliant kids I met while I was growing up were left-handed kids. Do you understand me? So I feel like, yes, our parents, both sides have their pros and cons. For example, back in the day, if Osas, as I did, no matter how mature I am, I can't bring in this glass cup to my house without my parents asking me, where did you get it from?
Yeah,
and it's a thing that these days parents fail to do it. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Faith, I'm not joking. Angel, I'm not joking. Any of you here, as old as I am today, and I'm in my 20s, yeah, I can't bring in a car to my house today if my parents don't know that I have like a steady source of income that can provide this for me. They will question me even if today I work with CBN.
Even if I'm 45,
they will question me. They might not question you in a way that
the Gen Z parents also question them.
Many of them don't.
No.
Many of them don't. Many of them don't.
I'll give you an instance. Like I remember some days ago we were talking about this. There's a community in Abuja. Actually, it's a norm for most of the parents in that community to actually send their female children out to hustle or to challenge.
What do you mean by
hustle?
Hustle meaning like imagine a secondary school girl being sent out, like saying, they see Onome, they see this one or that one. They bring money, they come give up a parent. You know what I mean? And then to prostitute, actually, to go after men. Yeah. I was in a situation like that. I remember I was trying to catch a flight to Owerri from Abuja, and then this particular girl saw me. I was waiting for the ride, and she saw me and said, she was in school uniform, and said, "Hey, what's up? I like you. Can I get number?" I like, how old are you? She said she's 15 years. She was 15 years old girl.
Whoa.
Do you understand? And now they grow looking very fine and all that stuff, but. I'm like, but you're going to school? Yeah, she's going to school. What is called SS2 or SS1? So I can't remember what class she was. I just said, okay, let me help you get up this mindset. That's why I will be giving you my number. So we kept on talking and talking. Between the period I was in Owerri till I got back, I didn't know this girl actually razzled another guy, a working class guy, in his 40s, and that one had slept with her just for 10,000 naira, and because she told me when she noticed that
that guy needs to be jailed.
Yeah, she hadn't seen her period.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Wait. We want to get something from this story. This girl had a mother, right?
Yeah, she had a mother
and a father
in the market. The mother actually is a market seller. She sells in the market. You understand? And she has a father. And then she has a cousin that she was looking up to, like that was maybe 16 years old. And that one was living, because I looked at
the cousin was living a baby girl life. Yeah,
baby girl life, a 16-year-old girl.
Oh.
Do you understand? And then they're close. So I'm sure. And then then there were questions I actually asked.
But do you think it's the mother that really pushed that girl to go and do this, or you think it's the cousin that pushed that girl to go and do this?
Well, really, you know what you see what I'm saying here, yeah? As a girl, even if it wasn't the mother or the parent, when your child, because sometimes I call her, she's 10 o'clock, she's not in her house. And I remember calling her when she was pregnant or something. I really don't know what happened to the pregnancy. I really didn't care anymore, because she wasn't listening to me. That the mother was actually shouting in the background, because it looks like the mother actually buys her sanitary pad. And she was shouting like, why have you, like, she was saying,
why have you not seen your period?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. So in the background, when I was, and all that stuff like that, I was like, wow. I'm not sure the mom was in support. Exactly. I'm not sure. But, the funny thing was that this same girl made me understand in her school. I don't want to mention, it's a government school, for Christ's sake.
Hey, God.
A government school where she told me there was an incident where the teachers, these are parents too, the teachers seized phones of people in their school, And for the girls that got their phones back, most of those teachers demanded sex.
Whoa. From secondary school?
Yeah. In Abuja. Do you understand my point? And then, I'm sure these things are going, I'm sure not only the community around
this thing doesn't just only happen in government schools. It also happens in
private schools.
Yeah, I did my secondary school in
Abuja.
Private schools. I know what I saw. I don't want to mention the name of the school or whatever.
Teachers were requesting for sex?
Teachers and students doing it.
Wow.
Like it was a norm. It was something that was normal.
No, I want to get something because I know we now the people now.
Yeah.
If a teacher is trying to force you to have something with you, you should be able to open up to your parents.
Sometimes it's not the teacher that's forcing
you. It's not possible to open up with your parents because probably like now if you have a strict dad or a strict mom, that once you say one thing they shut you up, you say two things they shut you up. How do you go and tell that same parent that my teacher wants to sleep with me?
That's true.
The communication is not there
true.
from the beginning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's not possible to tell you. But instead, maybe you have one friend that you go and tell your friend and say, "Oh, this man is a fine man."
That's why the Gen Z parenting. I feel is
so
good.
that's because now Gen Z parenting. I'm not in support of almost everything, but I'm in support of some things.
Yeah.
Like the Gen Z gives a platform for kids to actually open up to their parents and communicate.
Yeah.
My parents are not Gen Z parents, but I love the way we were brought up because then they gave us a platform that don't be afraid of me. Tell me. When I first started seeing my menstrual cycle as a lady, it was my dad that was there to pull me through because my mom, she was in sanctuary keeping church, so it was on a Saturday and she had gone to church to clean church. So it was only us and my dad at home. And then when I saw it, I was panicking because I've not seen it before and it's blood. And then my father was not there to advise me. He was not giving the advice he can give you. Some of them he talk off point, some of them he talk inside point.
But the most important thing was that he was there for you.
He was there and I was not shy about it. The same thing, even today in my relationship, my dad advises me. Sometimes even when I don't tell him anything, maybe sometimes he'll just see, maybe I'm quiet or he notices some things and all that. He'll be the one to pick up the phone, he'll call me, or if we're seeing face to face, or sometimes he'll just sleep and then just remember his girls because we're all girls, he's the only man, so he's very key on that. And then he will just pick up the phone and say, okay, what's going on here, he lets us into even his own business ventures. He lets us know what's happening. But some parents are not like that. They are so strict. Like even when their father died, they don't even know. Somebody will not say, so my father had 70 million naira somewhere and we did not know. But now, God forbid, I'm not that my dad is going very soon, but if anything happens to him right now, I know his assets. I and my sisters, my mom, we all know what's his worth. We know what is left. We know who is owing. We know who is not owing, and all that. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how parenting is.
In a situation,
that line with you,
there's a question now. In a situation whereby, because we've gotten reports, especially from some teachers, in a situation whereby most Gen Z parents are very careless around their children.
Are you sure?
Yes. They're very careless.
Some are careless.
And
extremely careless.
Yeah, and you see.
What do you mean by careless? Can we define that?
Sex.
Bad habits.
Bad habits.
Maybe
they do all these things around.
You smoke. You have a habit of smoking.
Alcohol.
And there are some things you don't do in front of
the kids. Yeah.
To be honest, no, I don't want to care what kind of parent you are, or whether you're the flexing type, or there are some things you do. If you want to smoke or take your alcohol, excuse yourself. Leave the presence of that child. The child shouldn't see you doing something.
I have a friend who said
so she doesn't.
She once tried
smoking. Pick up that habit.
She once tried smoking, not because she saw it on it, because her dad used to smoke in her presence. Yes. And one day the dad left like his pack of cigarettes and everything,
and she picked it. And
she was asthmatic.
But that
almost lost her life.
No, for me, I don't think that should give you the leverage to do that. Your dad is smoking in front of you. You want to try.
That's why it's not supposed to be done at all.
Excuse me, we are products of our society.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Whatever we see people do around us is what we want to try.
Yes.
It's not like most of the characters we learn today, like Joe rightly said, it's literally most of the cultures we're trying to absorb, it's not because we're there. It's because we can get access to them on the internet. So what we see them do there, our dress, sometimes we see people dress on wrong ways and everything. It's not like that thing is our culture, but we've seen it. And that's how it is for habits that we imbibe. That's how it is for habits. You see, like I have a friend who back in the day, like the dad now flexing guy. So they had this bar at their house. So no type of brandy, whiskey, cognac, whatever it is you're looking for, it's always there. This girl started drinking and stopped drinking because she started drinking because it was there. She stopped drinking because she knew that there's nothing in all of this. Do you understand me? So, well, like I said, we are all products of our society.
Yeah.
How did she start drinking? Nobody forced it on her. She just went to the bar one day. She was underage, first of all. And thank God nobody gave it to her, so because that person is supposed to go to jail. So she literally just picked it up and drank. And so she was drinking. After a while, she looked and said, nothing in this life. So let me just drop it. That's how she stopped. That just backs up my point and says we're all products of our society.
Yeah, I agree with you totally because most kids nowadays or even before now, they take their parents as role models.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then imagine when a situation whereby parents are not living up to their expectations,
exactly.
And actually they compare you with other people that they may not know, or sometimes they do know, are doing wrong. For example, I've passed some remote areas and streets where I've heard loudly parents scolding their children, their teenage children, saying, "This person they do Yahoo. Why if you go do Yahoo? Why you just sit down? You know what I'm saying, and all that stuff like that." So these things are what we see nowadays, and then the competition, like as you said, social media. The competition is real. Most parents, even when their children are very little, you understand, they expose them to social media. They create pages for them. Now, those are the new Gen Z parenting.
Yeah.
If the child creates a page for the child now, that doesn't mean they should give the child the right to handle the page.
No. See, it is very crazy. Even if you can handle the page for your kid, there are pedophiles everywhere.
But I disagree with that.
There are pedophiles and there are people that kidnap children. Do you know? There are syndicate groups that kidnap children, and they go around social media looking for people to prey on. You understand my point? So you're actually exposing. This is the world is a different place right now.
Like I said, there are pros and cons.
You understand my point? And so I mean, when you do all that, you dress your 5-year-old or 3-year-old with all the makeups and eyelashes and all that stuff to a kiddie's party. What are you trying to say?
No, I don't. I know.
So because I've seen an instance where some parents dress their kids as adults, and I don't support that.
So let
a child be a child, please.
If you should apply,
let a child be a child to herself and let a child be a child to an adult. Why are you looking at a child? Why are you looking at a kid that's
exactly?
Why are you
you should dress a child as a child. I support that. So you should dress a child. Let me use my daughter as an example. My daughter, she's very thick as I am. She has shape. She has bum. She has everything. She's a very chubby baby. Imagine me dressing that little girl now,
like you,
dressing her maturely, maybe belly tops and all those things that young girls wear. It attracts pedophiles to her. That's just the truth.
I have an experience.
Yeah, it attracts
in South Africa.
So you have to dress a child. If you wear a child,
I disagree with that one.
In South Africa, remember vividly a Congolese family. Do you understand? A Congolese family. The mom came. They just relocated to South Africa, Johannesburg, and their 10-year-old daughter. Those things, I don't know the names. Those things that show the stomach. Then she goes on a mini skirt, and the Congolese. You know how their bodies are now, thick and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then just imagine where this girl goes even to the bank. Because I saw her in the bank and I was scolding the mom in the bank that why would you bring your child this way? I mean, dress this way. She got angry. It's a free society. Why should put my? But I tell you more solemnly, when this girl was 11, she was raped. by their neighbor.
No, but the rapist should be blamed for that.
Exactly.
No, but,
rapist should be
but let me tell you
You
something.
should know that this is a child.
Like I said earlier.
I can wear my child bomb shorts. I can put a nail polish on my child.
I may not wear my kid. I may not put bomb shorts on my kids.
You can wear the child bomb shorts and maybe their kiddies nail polish that people invent. But when I mean dress a child as a child, is you don't dress a child too mature to attract them to people, because pedophiles are not in their right senses. They have a psychological problem.
Psychological
kids should not be blamed for.
No, nobody is blaming kids. Now we're blaming their parents.
I'm
not
not
the
blaming
kids.
their parents. Because
I am blaming their parents.
Why?
That's true, sir. I know. You know why I would blame the parents. For example,
you see your child
there are
walking out
thieves
of the
everywhere.
house
So you have to literally lock your house.
You have to protect your child.
I agree with that.
The guys now, because me, I'm not blaming anybody. Seriously, I'm only blaming those stupid people that don't know this is a child.
Because they are not normal. They are mental.
A pedophile is someone that is already psychologically drained. Like their senses, like their normal senses, is not there. They will see you. I'm not attracted to you.
That is what I'm saying.
But they will see a child, a 4-year-old, 3-year-old, and you see.
They're only attracted to children, right?
Yes.
No matter how you dress that child,
regardless,
they are attracted to those children. That is where I'm coming from, not because of the dressing.
That's why you should not help them by dressing your child like
them in provocative manner.
No matter, even though if you should dress your child,
we've seen kids that are probably called.
Wait, hold on.
One idiot.
I want to ask you guys a question so that you understand why it is not good for parents to dress kids like that. If you have you seen a pedophilia pornographic picture?
No, I don't need to see that.
No, I remember when they brought down some of these sites in the United States, and the images of how they exhibit children. You understand? It's like this. They wear them lipsticks, mature clothing, sexy.
I think I watched the movie when I was doing my internship. I watched the movie.
Those things are the things that endear.
Yes. And those are the things that trigger things like that. But people feel that probably we just keep on blaming the parents, blaming this one, blaming that one. But when you look at the psychological aspects of these things, you know that it's deeper than actually what we think.
Exactly. So it's the idiots, the
that is why our parents, please, like, help us so that we can help you people too. Like, dress your child well, so that things like that.
Let me even ask, what do you mean by dressing a child well?
When I mean make a child a child. A
child
is a child.
Give an instance. In what way?
Clothe the child properly.
I can't give you the kind of clothes to wear your child. Now everybody has fashion.
Okay, let me ask.
But dress a child as a child.
If a child now, like your daughter now, that is 6 years, she's chubby, she's everything, and you put her on a bomb shorts with a crop top, is that wrong?
First of all, I can't put her on a bomb short and a crop top. Where are we going to? Her body size, like she will look like caricature. Like, honestly, where are we going?
No, if people are going for like a kid's birthday party,
birthday party, I can't put her on a bomb short. She has sensitive legs. Any little thing that bites her,
why would you even dress a kid in a bomb short?
No. If we're going, wait now. If we're going for a kid's birthday party,
in a bomb short,
we've gone for several children's birthday parties. What I wear her jeans, sneakers,
simple,
a good top,
kiddie clothes.
Make her look like a child that she is.
Yeah.
But a shirt can also make it look like a child that she is with the sneakers.
It depends on, it depends on the body size. Maybe you can't wear a child belly top and you're carrying her outside. Where are people going to?
Why would you wear a child a belly top?
Why are you wearing her belly top?
Like, I don't understand.
Where you now they go?
You're going for party and you're putting in the child belly top and a high waist bomb shorts.
I just feel a child should be a child. That's
what. But it's also a child at that
because
moment.
Even the dressing now makes them feel that they are matured.
Yep.
Really, and they start thinking that way.
They start thinking
and
they
they start
matured.
acting that way. Once they start thinking that way,
I'm telling you.
I mean, we all saw the 11-year-old
the day my daughter turned 6 years old. I told you. The day my daughter turned 6 years old, she told me she's a teenager now. I'm telling you. Like, she opened her and she said, I'm not a teenager. And I had to explain to her that you are not a teenager yet, girl. Babe, you are not a teenager.
Bottom line, why we're having
you just became a full toddler, right?
Bottom line, why we're having this conversation is literally where we're trying to differentiate, we're trying to draw the line between Gen Z parenting and millennial parenting.
True.
But now, if someone,
Our parents back in the day, I won't lie to you, no be joke. I never put on, okay, maybe not me, but okay, I don't have a sister. I don't, for all of us who are here, we're just two, my family, me and my younger brother. My parents never, and I say never ever, if a girl is in this room, on no account, except under this with the supervision of somebody else, should you be in the same room?
Yeah.
with the same girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why till date, even in relationships and everything, I still feel like very, if I use the word weird, to be in the same space. Like, it's not like I have any bad intention. It's just like it's something I've grown up with. So basically, I'm not like comfortable. As an adult, I know that I'm not going to do certain things with certain people and with a lot of girls. So I'm just going to be like on my own. So growing up, you see kids today. I saw a video sometime in 2021 or last year. Kids twerking.
Yeah.
There's a boy behind. What?
Like,
Who are your parents? Who are your parents?
And then you see adults cheering them on and say, go,
recording.
I'm not even going to. I'm not even going to blame the kid.
So a child is not supposed to twerk.
I'm not even going to. A child twerking on her own is different. A child twerking and a boy behind. A boy behind you doing what? Where are you learning all of that from?
So a child is not supposed to twerk.
I mean, is she a stripper?
Why are you twerking?
Why
So
is she
twerking is for strippers.
I mean,
No.
how did this twerking
Twerking is for adult
How can you look at it's an adult thing?
It's an adult thing.
No, honestly,
Twerking,
I know how to twerk now.
twerking
It's
usually
not
comes
twerk.
with.
I can twerk, but I'll not come back and not see.
Faith, the reason why you would twerk in front of your boyfriend is because you expect him to come and dance with you, right or wrong?
Exactly.
So what's a child coming to twerk?
Why is she twerking? Why is it 9-year-old?
I won't lie
Why
to
are
you.
you twerking?
I won't lie to you.
Who are you twerking for?
So
I won't lie to you.
In a situation whereby my daughter not twerk, he will say I'm a bad mother.
I wouldn't look. I
Maybe
wouldn't.
she's with you now. You guys are having your own
Own-
personal
that's a
fun.
different
That's
case.
totally
But
different.
your daughter is
That's
twerking and the boy is
And
behind
then
her.
she's
No, not a
dancing.
boy. Why will a boy be behind my
That's
daughter?
the
now?
That's
video.
what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm talking about
I saw
now.
in 2021. I think.
That video went viral.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I think in
video
2021 or 2022.
Let me
2022.
Let me give you guys
Some years back, I think I saw a video of Davido's second daughter in one of her parties or something, and it obviously was a kids party, and the dad was literally, Davido was literally around, and she was twerking. My respect tripled for Davido immediately. He saw it. He just quickly went. He quickly went to smack her waist. What are you doing
So
at that
if
age?
Davido can smack his daughter,
Do you understand? That's a man who you see. That's a man who you see.
that's a man that
different
loves
ladies.
life.
Do you understand?
That is with different
but
ladies.
he knows that
that
look,
likes to explore.
Do you understand? But
Do you understand?
But he knows that look, this
Then
kid shouldn't
you
be doing
that
this at this
the
time.
Abba.
At this time, no, there are certain times for different things. Do you understand me? Parenting is hard. It's not easy, and I'm not a parent yet, but it's easier to judge from outside. But at the same time, there are certain things I wouldn't let my kid do. There are certain things I wouldn't do in front of my kids.
In front of my kids.
In front of my kids. No matter how much. See,
No,
my
yes.
dad doesn't drink, but it's still a thing that I don't drink like alcohol. Not because he's here that he's going to beat me or anything. It's just like growing up, like it boils on what I said before. We are products of our society. And I'm not saying alcohol is a bad thing. But just that my dad wasn't doing it in my presence. So
if you're a product of your society, why didn't you drink? You society drinks.
society literally starts from charity. They say begins at home.
No, yeah,
Begins
the-
at
the-
home.
the first
Your
place,
first contact with
The home.
society is your home.
Okay.
And I'm not saying alcohol.
That is a lie.
I said alcohol. I didn't say alcohol is a bad thing.
Okay.
Like, because
Okay.
there are people that their parents are pastors, they don't drink, but
they drink, yeah. Okay, so let's
When you've left, excuse me, let me finish my listen. Like I said, the first point of call with your society is your home.
No, don't judge it
It's
on that.
no. When you've left your home, the next are your neighbors and your this. For example, Joe gave an instance here. He was stepping out. He didn't see anybody on the road. If Joe was misbehaving, let's assume he was doing something
okay,
silly.
I know
Before we go, I
Okay.
know you want to.
Okay.
There's another part of parenting that is very dangerous among the Gen Zs. The competition.
Damn.
The competition, like between children, like my son can do this better than you, that kind of stuff like that, and that is very
But
dangerous.
it's not just the Gen Z. Even when you're growing up,
I
there's
think
competition.
I think we're gonna have a part 2
The
of this.
Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing here, please. Let me say one
I'm
thing.
enjoying the whole thing,
you
but
understand?
our time is
Can I say
fast
one thing
spent.
here before we shut it down, please?
Okay.
The competition our parents put us to then was literally
Education.
But
be
it's
the
still
best in
something
class.
you're putting on
But the
them also.
competition, some parents are putting their kids now is who drives the best
How
Benz.
did you know? Were you there when they're putting it up? To
Okay, this is our entry
Like I said,
from
next
one
episode,
side.
don't put me
Our
and Angel
gist,
together.
one gist, they
Don't
bring
put me and
another
Angel
gist,
together
another
in
gist,
the next
they bring
no.
another gist. So we're gonna leave it for the next episode. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you all for listening and watching. And this is the White Room, refreshed by Sosa Fruit.
We need to revisit this Gen Z
Ciao,
parenting. No,
ciao,
seriously, because I'm
Omo,
enjoying.
subscribe.
No.
Subscribe button, you know what I mean?
And follow us on Instagram.
And cheers to you
Our
guys.
handle is there.
Sosa says so.
Cheers.
So take my pain.